Okay, so hot on the heels of that B70A project, I have a nice BM70M. So this is another third rail brass model. It's all brass construction, and it represents a baggage mail car. So the front end is a baggage section, and then there's a mail car section in the back, RPO. And this was issued about the same time as that B70A by Third Rail, I think in about 2012 maybe. So I picked this up along with that, and as you can see, it needs some help. There was some chopped up pickup rollers under here. I guess there's some lighting in here. I'm gonna find out what it looks like when I take it apart. And again, referencing my Lillestrand book, this was part of a group of cars that were modified by Pennsylvania, I think in the late 30s. So let's take it apart and see what we got here, see what I need to fix, and see if my Katie adapters from that B70A project will help me out. All right, let's see what's going on here. So as you can see, we still have the original 3-rail couplers. They've been fixed, I guess. They're gonna come off anyway, but I guess these were opening up on the original owner. Looks like there was some issue with the pickup rollers here, so they were lopped off at some point. So I'm gonna take this apart, see what the lighting looks like inside. I don't know what Third Rail would have done. I'm hoping they did their LED strips, and I'll see if these pickup rollers are worth restoring. Ooh, that's tight. Man, it's way too tight. Let's see if this fits in better. Oh wow, look at that. I didn't expect that. That's really nice. There's some mail handling facilities in here. And he does have the nice, there's the nice LED lighting in here. It might be worth trying to fix those pickup rollers. It should have some nice lighting. Let's see what we got. Here's a better view of that mail sorting setup. I didn't expect to find that in there. That's really nice. See, our steps are pretty well bent up here. So carefully bend that back to shape. Really a solidly built car, though. I guess that's one way of handling a pesky pickup roller, huh? Coupler assemblies come off real easy. There's just a couple of these little 2mm screws holding it in. At least I don't need the Dremel for this. This one's missing some hardware. Let's see what we got. well, I got that out of there. Now, I'm gonna go through my pickup roller collection here and see if something might fit. I could make some 3D printed adapters, I suppose. I have the technology now to do so. It wouldn't be terribly difficult. I think these are some Golden Gate Depot rollers from something else. It's nice. There's ground straps on these trucks too, so it should be fairly flicker free. Boy, what happened there? That looks bent. Yeah, the whole truck's a little cattywampus there. Tuck a little straighter compared to the other one. Let's see. I'm not going to push my luck. I think that'll be good enough. Well, lighting's pretty cool in here. You can barely make out the sorting hardware, though. I don't know. Anyway, it looks like my B70A mount would work for this. The diaphragm end. Remember, on that one, I had a different height for the diaphragm end versus the door end. So all I need to do is print off another one of these. I think it'll be good. I might make those slots longer so I can play with the draft gear position a little better. Typically you want the coupler just under the diaphragm, but that kind of makes it difficult to couple and uncouple your cars if you're, using a chopstick or whatever straight down on your coupler. So I don't know. We'll see. Figures I have to repair one of these JST connectors. Oh man, I don't know if I got that. I'm getting better at crimping these little guys. I finally got a pair of these Iwis crimpers. So it's not coming apart, but the insulation looks a little further down than I wanted. Well, I think I'm successful. Let's make sure ground works now. Yeah, it's good crimp. I'll run with it. So here's the final pickup roller repair restoration effort. I found these, I think they're Golden Gate Depot rollers in my stash, and I made these 3D printed adapters to attach them to the trucks. And for some reason, it took a few iterations to get that very simple part correct. But that's just how it goes with these little projects. So I did forget to film this, and this is just me going back after the car was done and capturing it. So as you can see, I'm already into the weathering here. Same techniques as on the B70A theater scenery car. Trying a couple different things here though. If you can tell, but I've masked the windows with some liquid mask made by Vallejo. I found that it's really nice for doing the portholes. The wash technique is pretty much the same as before. I'm trying a couple things here to add a little variation to the wash though. You can see those little white and gray and black streaks. That's from my AK weathering pencils. And I'm trying to use those to add a little variation to the streaking effects. These pencils are pretty cool. I got a white, a gray, a black, and a smoke-colored one. Also a brown one, and some brick ones for doing some variation on my brickwork. But as you can see here, I'm adding some white streaks with the idea of just creating some variation in the streaking. You see I'm wiping it down. It's a very subtle effect, I guess. I'm not going for a super heavy attack on this weathering. You can see I'm using the hair dryer to just dry it a little quicker. And just brushing it down with just plain tap water again kind of moves things around. And I just do this again, till I'm happy. Here I am penciling in another shadow line underneath this seam. And then I'll use a wet brush to kind of activate and move the paint around. Upstrokes will push the black paint up under the seam a little more, and then the downstrokes will give you a little bit of a streak out of it. Here's a bit more of that streaking technique I've been playing with. So a little bit of the white pencil, and I have this nice gray one too. And just a wet brush again to kind of blend it in and create some various streaking effects. So I'm laying down some grimy black on the running gear, and this is kind of my technique for handling a car or a piece of rolling stock, whatever. Kind of hold it in my left hand and have at it with the airbrush. And the one advantage of using acrylics is I get to work pretty quickly. So this is pretty much my standard for laying down grimy black. It's a multi-purpose effect, again, just like a lot of these weathering techniques. And I'm actually trying another alternative to Model Master's grimy black. This is Vallejo Model Air black gray, and I'm really pleased with the results. It lays down a lot like Model Masters, dries very quickly. As you can see, I can handle the car as I'm working. And you can see my techniques for just laying on grimy black on the car sides and the roof. I'm not trying to make any tiger stripes or do anything very heavy. And here toward the end, I just shoot a little rust or a brown color on the couplers and the trucks. Very subtle effect, nothing too heavily overdone at this point. Just want to get some different color on there. And here I am doing one of my favorite things toward the end, and that's the dry brushing. Basically lighting up details that live in shadow, also simulating the deposit of dust and other airborne particles as this car travels through the environment. And on the car sides, it's nice to brush some light onto features that might run the length of the car, like that band that I'm highlighting right now. And again, it's a multi-purpose effect. You can simulate dust and rain streaking and faded paint, and again, help light up details. So on the roof, just basically want to help pop the rivet lines on those seams, light up these nice roof vents. Very nice technique for doing that. Don't want to overdo it, don't want it to look like it snowed on there, but this helps pop out rivets and edge lines on something dark, like a roof like that. And on the car ends, just to help pop the nice details present on there. So at this point, when I'm done, or I think I'm close to being done, I'll take the car out to the layout and use the layout lighting in the camera to see if I can find anything I may have missed. So the camera's really good at pointing out things you may have missed, like this this kind of odd stripe, this clean stripe I have on the left end of the car, and right here. So I'll take it back to the shop and fix that. So now it's time to remove the liquid mask. I really liked using this stuff. I'm gonna keep using it. First I was taking it off with a toothpick, and then I discovered I had this flat, stiff brush was better for rolling that off. So you could see how nice that worked out. Real easy to put on and not so bad to take off. Okay, so here it is. It's done, and it's ready to fulfill its duties as a baggage and mail car on my passenger trains or express mail trains, which I prefer to run. So a really nice and unique car. Very well modeled by Third Rail. Very hard to find, very unique in the fact that it's all brass. And should be a nice addition to my fleet. Really looking forward to running this.